Hello, dear friends. I am thrilled to have another wonderful interview lined up. And today our guest is Vince Kramer with his lovely wife, Mary Kramer. So I welcome you from, where are you hailing from today? I see you have nice tans, a recent trip to Cabo San Lucas, but where are you speaking from today?
Colorado Springs.
Colorado Springs. Good. That's good for people to know, because these interviews, it's, right where you reside. It's like we each have a little star on the map. We do these interviews for SOAR, which means sounding our authentic resonance, the Voice of Truth initiative. People like Vince are beginning to channel and bring through infinite wisdom from divine beings. I've heard him do the channeling. It is pure truth. And the vocal patterns and just listening to him, it's like being tucked in and reassured that everything's going to be okay. And he's in this gorgeous male body. Now, how did I know about Vince? I used to hang out with my very best friend, Beverly Branch. She dated my brother. Her name is Beverly Clydesdale, and she had an adorable little sister, Mary Clydesdale, who is now Mary Kramer. So, Mary, I was hoping that you could just tell us a little bit about Vince, about this unfolding of these profound gifts.
I would love to. Thank you so much, Jan, and it's so wonderful to be here with you and with all of you. So, Vince and I are both on our second marriages together, and when we met, we knew that we both had a calling not only to be together, but to bring something very profound to the earth, a gift. And we had to find that and unearth that. So we spent close to 10 years together unearthing who we really are, working with coaches, working with mentors, reading books. We both had backgrounds in this kind of work, but we needed to bring who we really are, and each of us and together. Vince has just retired from United Airlines with the pandemic situation. They offered early retirement for pilots. So he's been a pilot for how many years?
Now 35.
35 years, starting in the Air Force and ending with United Airlines. And that's why we have a tan, because we are so blessed with standby benefits, and we take advantage of them as much as possible. And my career was in real estate. So in our own way, we both were people. We knew how to really look out for people and get to know them very quickly and establish deep connections, both of us, very quickly. So as we started to uncover what we were to bring together, I have always been introduced to channels, and the main energy that has guided me my whole life is Saint Germain. So I was very familiar with that, and it's a great story that sometime we would love to share about that whole process of my hearing the channeling, and then how Vince became a channel. But it evolved over our years together. And to make a very long story short, he was introduced to channeling by a great channel here in Colorado. And he started seeing colors and was awake all night receiving messages about 7 years ago. And I finally said, look, you're a pilot, you're my husband, you gotta sleep. Why don't you channel for me? And instead of being awake all night long, just, let's see if you can channel. I just have this feeling that's what you're gonna do. And wow. And so he's been channeling now, I think close to 6 or 7 years. I haven't even kept track of it. And it truly is wonderful to not only be with Vince as, married and bringing forth divine guidance with such a powerful message, but to finish up, Vince's background is in program development, teaching, and coaching. So what makes us unique is not only are we a couple bringing divine guidance, but we also are able to help people really dig deep and find out who they are through the programs that Vince develops and the master coaching that he gives people.
Well, you're certainly bringing out the best in each other, and your glow and your vibration says it all. And I love how there's a star behind you, and I see that as spirit guiding you as the masculine and feminine couple to bring more light. Speaking of more light, when I heard Vince, the first channeling, and he answered every question impeccably about 6 months ago, he now, there was one individual he was channeling, and now he's bringing an entire council. So, listeners, you are being made available. It's like a vast computer system of divine consciousness, is a team coming to the head of the V through Vince today in a council. And in a moment, we're going to have Vince go in a trance and answer some of the prepared questions. Of course, we might go off script. But Vince, do you have an idea of who these beings are, where they're from?
Well, I certainly do. First of all, the interesting thing about the round table, um, they come in as the guides for the people who are being channeled for. So when they show up, it's my guides, and I see colors and energies, but they use names that we're familiar with, like Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Baba G. They come in as
The usual suspects.
right. They come in as the energies, but they use the words that everybody's willing to accept the name. So for me, I truly see a table, and I see all these colors, all the colors coming together of the universal energy. So very, very high vibrational. And they called themselves the round table because we made an agreement. I really didn't want to be a channel. I liked getting the information, and I wanted to share it through our trainings and everything, but I was so worried that I might affect the message coming through. So I told him that I really didn't want to do this, and we finally came to agreement that if I ever felt like I was affecting their message, then I would quit channeling. And the energies all agreed to that and said, okay. And we want you to know that we're going to call ourselves the round table, because just like King Arthur's round table, we are all equals. We are no different than you. We're just at a higher vibration of the same energy as you. And in that, we want everyone to know that when we're sitting at the table with you, we're here to help you. And there is no judgment. There is no us and you. There is no looking up to us or down to you or any of that. And they were very adamant about it. So that's why they call themselves the round table. So the interesting thing is, my guides are always there. So Michael and Archangel Metatron, those energies are usually the spokesperson, if you will, for the group. But it's different every time I channel the energies that are there and available.
It certainly is like a wheel of equal beings. The SOAR template is to encourage people to circle up, take their turn coming in the middle and being the spokesperson, and then go back. And it's so far from the old triangle or pyramid with top-down dominance and energy over. In fact, it's very, very feminine. And that's one of the questions that we will be asking the council. How do you see the role of the feminine principles coming forward in our future governments? But let's begin. We're going to dive in. I'm so excited. And so we're going to ask everybody just to take a nice deep breath and just come to that calm listening space, because Vince is bringing through. It's like ET phone home. He is phoning up your frequency line for you to have reassurance, and trust the information for your next step. He is in service. This is not for Vince. It is to serve all of the overlapping spokes that will create a new, brighter reality. So Vince, when you are ready, let us know.
Good morning. It is such an honor to be here, and we love the word soar because it is truly time for each and every one of you to soar. We've been spreading that message pretty strongly through this channel for about a year now in a way that we hope each and every one of you hear it, but also feel it at the energetic download level that you're receiving it. We want to share with you that we feel excited because this channel has allowed us to come through at such a level and such a frequency that although sometimes people are confused about the words or don't quite grasp everything that we're sharing, he allows the energy to flow through him in a way that we are able to reach out to each and every one of you and share the energy of who you are and really trigger in you what you're meant to do, what you're meant to be, and how you're meant to show up in the world. So we are honored to be with you here today.
Thank you so much. My first question, I could actually put on an old Motown record. What's going on? What's going on? People are, there's such a fractured, divisive social fabric now. People are deciding, should they take the vaccine? Is a war coming up? Can you give us an overview of the energies with maybe some little advice put in there as to what we're experiencing now globally, but specifically in the United States?
Well, we will share with you universally, but also on your mother Gaia and in your country. There is much going on as the expansion of the universe, the expansion of your planet, the expansion of each and every one of you in your country is coming about in the timing that has been planned over the eons. Each and every one of you chose to be on this planet at this time. And you chose to be on this planet because there is a movement into a new paradigm. There is a movement into each and every one of you finding community in yourself, so then you can create community around you and community throughout your world, which then will join the community of the universe. So it's an exciting time for you. So what's going on? There's wake-up calls abounding. The COVID experience is a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call for each and every one of you to realize that you want to live life differently. It's a wake-up call for you to understand who you are and that you have something so unique to bring to the world that it must happen so others can bring the same. It's a wake-up call to understand that you need to take care of your brothers and sisters. You need to show your light out into the world to support others in breaking down those walls around your heart so the light of your heart can shine out and you can support each other. The government that you're experiencing right now is also a wake-up call. It's giving you an opportunity to see what's going on, not just around you, but what's going on inside of you. The divisiveness just isn't on the outside. There are still divisiveness in each and every one of you. It's in finding the divine masculine and the divine feminine and bringing it together in the wholeness of your divinity. It's in realizing why you chose to come to this earth. So the chaos that you're experiencing around you in the government, not just in your country, around the world, the chaos that you're experiencing in the COVID world, the energies that are deciding to check out and allow for the energy of your mother Gaia to rise to a level that supports you walking and stepping into the new paradigm. For change to happen in the energetic, universal source world, source universe, there has to be a movement from what is into what is to be. From where you are now, from where you want to be. That chaos in the middle is what you're experiencing moving from the old paradigm into the new paradigm. So it is something that each and every one of you co-created these experiences around you for you to know inside, in your heart, in your connection with your higher selves, that it is truly time for you to wake up, to no longer be in the space of forgetting what you knew when you came into this incarnation. Remembering what it is to be part of the universal energy, what it is to be holistically and holographically one with each and every person, with each and everything. Because as you do that, now you're moving into that space where you can support yourself with like-minded, like-hearted people, and the energy of those communities will bring you to a higher vibration and open you up to so many possibilities and possibilities that you can't even imagine in your human brains in this moment.
I'm feeling into the word creatively, moving through ways that humans, as you say, can't even imagine because of the way that we have operated. How do you feel people can start thinking out of the box and coming out of fear and reaching out?
Well, as you know, we have worked with Vince in many, many ways to give people these opportunities to find themselves. One of the most important things that we've shared with him, and we share with everyone, is that each of you have this connection, the same connection that this channel has with this round table. And in finding and trusting and believing that you have the connection with that source energy is so important in each and every one of you discovering why you truly came to this earth and how you are the puzzle piece that is needed for other puzzle pieces to fit in the wholeness of this puzzle that you each have created and co-created.
That is the correct answer. I wish it absolutely to stay connected to spirit and to find a person that you resonate with so that you get your own connection powerfully. And no matter what comes your way, you are still connected to your own divine guidance. In this, what did you call it? Creative moment, creative, chaotic. It was so perfect, chaotic.
In the chaos of what's happening right now, and we have worked with Vince and Mary to help people connect to their own higher selves, to connect to their own guidance. So our desire through coming through this channel is to, at some point as you move into the new paradigm, each and every one of you may want to come to a channel like Vince and get reassured or get confirmation of what you're getting from your higher self and what you're getting from your guides, your connections. But each and every one of you have those connections and are able to tap into the highest frequency of the energy stream of you. For each of you are an energy stream. You are so important and so unique. And as you learn to tap into the highest frequencies of you, you will be able to help the universal expansion as each and every one of you move into the higher vibrations.
And in doing so, I'm speaking to the audience. You are physically healed, emotionally healed, and your puzzle piece is nice and shiny and ready to fit into the bigger picture. So beautifully said. Thank you, Council. How do you see the role, not specifically people in women's bodies, but these feminine principles of inclusivity, community, collaboration, creativity, playing out within our authoritative realms?
Well, as you share so beautifully, it's time for the wholeness, and we said that there is some divisiveness still in each and every one of you. So as you bring yourself into the wholeness and start tapping into those gifts, those talents, those things that are needed to truly bring community together, that's when each and every one of you are going to be whole. And that's when you're going to start creating governments that are supportive of each and every person, realizing that because you live in this holographic universe, that everything that happens to you happens to all, and everything that happens to all happens to you. And in that understanding, in that learning, is when you open up into a new way of being, a new way of showing up in the world. So as we said earlier, Jan, if each and every one of you start healing the divisions in you, start bringing the divine masculine and the divine feminine in each and every one of you together, that's when you can truly be the unique, full wholeness of you and bring that experience that you chose to bring to this world in a way that is going to be beneficial to not just you, not just your family, not just your country, but beneficial to everyone on this planet and everyone in the universal system. So when we say that, it's not just the role of the feminine, it's the role of divinity. It's understanding that compassion, creation, understanding, all the feminine attributes need to be brought to the forefront. So then the masculine of each and every one of you and the masculine of your collective society can do the building, can do the creating, can be the protective source for each and every one of you in community, as well as each and every one of you as individuals. So it's the role of the feminine is so important, but no less or no more important than the role of the masculine in each and every one of you. The masculine, as we are talking about it, is much different than the masculine that many of you feel is the experience right now in your world. And a lot of that has to do with societal beliefs, the teachings, the belief systems of parents and grandparents, and all of that coming together. But as you get to know yourself, as you learn why you're here, as you learn to tap into that divine wisdom, that divine knowledge that each and every one of you have access to, now you are opening yourself up to the fullness of you. So the role, as you ask, of the feminine is so important. But it's important for each and every one of you to find the feminine in you, no matter, as you said, Jan, no matter if you're in the masculine body or the feminine body, It's truly the fullness and wholeness is in your masculinity, your femininity, brought together in divinity.
Beautifully said. And as you were speaking, I was imagining the dance within each individual person, but looking at you as a couple, it's so just adorable. I was picturing you're the pilot and you get people there, and then Mary gives them a nice, safe home. That's the masculine and feminine right there.
Yes, for sure.
Let me get you there through technology, through my focus. I will protect and deliver you. And Mary gives them a nice, soft home. It's adorable how you attracted each other with that those mirrors.
The interesting thing that we would like to share with you about that is that Vince brought out Mary's femininity
Feminine, yes.
in his femininity, and Mary helped Vince bring out more of his masculinity in her masculinity.
And there the story goes with the couple that is brought together to help each other grow. So let's this next set of questions is going to be years. We're going to look ahead at the timeline. We're going to look ahead as a projector, and we're going to ask for images or words, a summary of capturing the essence of 2021, and then 2024, and then 2026, and then 2050. Let's do it just one stage at a time. 2021.
The first thing that we want to share with the year to come is, are you listening to the wake-up call that you're having in this moment? And as you do, if you turn your attention inward, if you turn your beliefs into ones that support you, if you learn to work with your ego, what you will see is your individual experience in life, your individual experience in 2021 will be very positive, very strong, and very direction oriented. When we say direction oriented, we're saying that you will be walking your path. Some of you will choose to want to remain a victim. If you remain a victim, you are still going to move forward in the energetic expansion, but the experience around you may be just as challenging as your experience over the last year. What the collective experiences and what you see around you and what you hear on your news, because your news is giving you what they think you want to hear, because they want you to listen to them, because they get advertising dollars. So they're going to continue to tell you what they think the collective wants to hear. And they're coming from a place of a collective that things are falling apart, that war is right around the corner, that brother is going to fight brother and sister is going to fight sister, and families will be divided because that sells advertising dollars. But what we want to share with you is, if you can start to heal the divisions inside of yourself, if you're willing to look at the pains that you brought from your childhood into adulthood and realize that there were truly not pains, there's gifts in each and everything that's happened in your life, and those gifts have come together to make you who you are, to give you a unique set of gifts and talents and a unique process to share in the world, and realize that those circumstances that happen that may feel so painful, may feel like things were done to you, really had this unique gift now you not only change your present, but you change your past. You change the way you look at your past, you change the past's experience, which will help you then become more engaged with those personalities that you needed to create in the past to protect you. But they're also the same personalities, your sub-personalities, that are going to support you in living this life that you're meant to live, the experience that you're meant to have, the greatness that you're meant to show, the love that you're meant to be. So that's 2021.
Very inspirational and encouraging. I'm going to share this far and wide, Vince. Let's take a look at 2024.
What you'll find in 2024 is more people coming together in community with like-minded, like-hearted people. We want to share with you that each and every one of you will start to find your soul family. When we say that, we're saying that you're going to find energies that are similar to yours. And what we want to share as you come together in community, and we've truly worked hard with Mary and Vince in understanding that as they help bring people into community, that people realize that you're going to attract like energies to the energy stream of you. And because you're going to attract like energies, the people around you are going to be here for the same mission, the same what we call your divine intent, the reason that you came to this earth. And as you start finding these people and as you start coming together with them, you will help each other help others. And we want to share with you that there is plenty of abundance in our universe. There is plenty of abundance on your earth. So as you come together to share your gifts and talents, and as you start finding people who are here to do the same things that you are here to do on earth, that doesn't mean that you can't experience a happy, healthy, and abundant life. It actually means that you will experience a happy, healthy, and abundant life. So you want to find these like people. You want to find these like energies so you can help them live their divine intent. They can help you live your divine intent. And what you will find then is the communities will get bigger and bigger because everyone is helping each other experience life in the way that they were meant to experience it. There are truly no mistakes or coincidences in this universe. And that's why we like coming through this channel so much, because he likes to talk quantum physics. And quantum physics, the physics of energy, and trust us, there are sciences beyond the quantum world waiting for you to discover. But in this now, if you can understand that everything that's happening around you, every person that you come in contact with, everything that you learned to do in the past, there was no mistake or coincidence in it. You are here in 2024 to find your community, to become acquainted with energies that are like you, that many of you call your soul family. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be your physical family. That's 2024.
Perfect. And that dovetails with the SOAR vision of networking and creating centers and homes and travel, interacting and sharing each other's expertise within those centers. But back to the mirror of the magic mirror. Those that were born in the 50s, you would look into a magic mirror and see things. So Let's look. Let's just jump right ahead to 2050.
As you move into 3 decades from now, what you will find is that there will be many amongst you who choose not to raise their vibration any further. And in that experience, they will be a support system and an understanding of the importance of helping each other in the experience of raising your vibration. In 2050, if you choose, and this is so important because each and every one of you have the ability to choose. There truly is a free will, even though that we say that you chose to come into this world for a reason and that you will live your divine intent before you're gone, that you still have a free will choice to move in the direction that you feel is most supportive of you in the moment. And that's why it's so important for each and every one of you to be in touch with who you are. In 2050, the overall vibration of your world will be raised to a point where war is not being thought of by the majority of your collective. That each and every one of you understand that you are energetic beings and you understand how you affect each other. And you understand that war is nothing more than a lower vibration for all of you. To understand that if you help your brother, or if you help your sister, you're truly helping yourself. And you don't look at yourself from the place of self. You look at yourself from a place of being one in unity, community, with not just the people on your planet, but understanding that you can, if you will, we'll use the word travel because people like to talk about astral travel, that you have the capabilities to interact with energies throughout the universe. It's still very important for everyone to understand that universal energy is, like every energy, is here to expand. And universal energy needs the 3D, the third dimension, your human bodies, your human experience, be that alien experience, be it human experience, however you want, in the 3D, and it will move into the 4D to continue the expansion process. So in 2050, you'll learn to move through the dimensions a lot easier than you are in this now. Many of you will find that even before 2050. But what we want you to understand is that it is going to take time, and it's going to take each and every one of you healing the divisions inside of you, finding those things that you don't like about yourself and learning to love them, understanding that you are unique and special and must bring your divine intents to the world. It's going to take each and every one of you to move the collective vibration to a higher vibration, so as a whole, you can all experience this. In this now, we'll share with you that it has the capability to happen in that time frame, those 3 decades. But once again, we want to share with you, because of the free choice, because of the desire to remain the victim and things are happening to me, instead of each and every one of you realizing that you're creating your own realities, you create your life, then and only then, when you understand that, you can move into those higher vibrations and experience many of the things that we share can happen in 2050.
This is so exciting and reassuring. That's why I jumped to the future. And as a side note, we must be working from the same teleprompter, because occasionally you'll pause and I'll get the word whole, and then you'll say whole. Universal messengers we are. I guess we have to admit that. So now I saved this big, wonderful, sparkly question. Okay, there's going to be a moment of you've talked about the collective consciousness is raised enough. It's on a trajectory in 2050 based on individual choices, and those beings finding their lifestyles and tribes based on that. There is coming a time with the light is so bright that some people call it the disclosure, a time when the visitors here, the ones who are channeling, are going to be more prominent, be on stages, be seen, and truly almost like two realities at once, like a light switch going on. And some people say it's 2026. So those are just little possible talking points and questions.
Well, we want to share with you that the light switch is already on.
That's good.
And why we're saying that is the word is already out there. It's been out there for a long, long time. It's the light switch is really each and every one of you being willing to look at the wake-up calls in front of you, the COVID experience, and saying that I no longer want to live life this way. I know that there's something here for me. I know there's more. I know no matter what I've done up till now, that I've been preparing for something bigger. And being willing to look out there for those people who are already channeling, for those people who are already sharing ways that you can step more fully into yourself, the ways that you can connect with your guidance, your higher frequency streams. It's already happened. And if you want to go into the world of energy, that world is already created, is already out there, is already being experienced. It's just each and every one of you finding your higher vibrations so you can see it, so you can experience it, so you can be a part of it. There is much happening around you all the time that you're not aware of because you're not a vibrational match to it. So as you learn who you are, as you learn what you have to offer, as you learn why you're here, and as you step fully into that, and in the experience of bringing who you are to your world, you will raise your vibration and you will start to experience a lot of these things that you believe is at the time of disclosure. You can already connect with energies throughout the universe. You just have to raise your vibration to a point to do that. You can already astral travel. You just need to raise your vibration to a point that you can do that. How do you do that? You have to do it on the third dimensional level. You have to learn to love those things about yourself that you've learned to not like because of your experiences around you. You've got to find the gift in those things. And then, as you raise your vibration and step into what has already been created, You will experience so many things, as we shared before, beyond what your human mind can grasp in this moment. The connection with others, the ability to, and this can or cannot happen between now and 2026. But as you raise your vibration and as you learn to tap into the energy stream of you, you will be able to have conversations without words. You will be able to have experiences without even actually needing to have the 3D experience. There's so much available to you. It's just in moving into that place of healing the inner division, healing the inner wounds that were only created for you to become who you are.
You are dropping so many beautiful nuggets of invitation. And what I've always found is people come to the light when they're in pain. So my last bonus question is an invitation for women to connect with spirit and to be filled with frequencies. Now, here's the question. Whenever I'm doing an event or doing the sound bowls with the frequencies, if I look in a mirror or I'm on Zoom or someone looks at me, I look about 20. I have no wrinkles and I'm glowing. And women say, how do you do that, Jan? And so the question is, how, when we're in that frequency field, can we hold it? Because this could bring people into the fold faster than anything.
Well, truly the answer is that it is learning how to hold your vibration in the third dimension. So it is learning those things that still pull you down into the lower vibrations. It's called entrainment. It's those things that are still part of you, the experiences that you had in the past that you still have judgments on or still have put meaning to. All of those things can pull you out of the higher vibrations. Now, the interesting thing that we want to share with you is as you learn to raise your vibration, or as you find those things that take you into a higher vibration, the most wonderful thing is you can only be in a high vibration if you're in a high vibration. You can't be in a low vibration. So find those things that move you into those high vibrations. Find those things that you enjoy. Find those things that resonate with your energies. The sounds, the colors, the oils, the people that are at a higher vibration, and you, through, once again, through entrainment, allow your vibration to move up to vibrations that are higher and higher and higher. Your experiences in your 3D world will be so much different. Now, we want to share with you that there need to be times of lower vibration, because in the times of lower vibration is when you find those things that you want. You find the direction that you want to move. You create, shall we say, discover. You discover new technology. You discover new ways of being. You discover new ways of coming together in community. So it's fine as you drop into the lower vibrations to learn what it is that you want to experience, learn how you want the world to be, learn how you want to be yourself, and then move yourself back into the higher vibrations because you've discovered more of what you want. Because in that understanding, what you want will more and more and more be aligned with common unity, what the world wants, what the country wants, what the universe wants.
You have
We hope
answered
that was helpful.
so many questions on the practical and divine level. I have so enjoyed this interview today with little Mary, now grown up and wise, with her amazing divine partner who is channeling wisdom, inspiration, and encouragement. And I hope that these answers have helped empower others to connect and to come out of isolation and to work with other beings who are awakening, as he said so eloquently, the tribes. That's how we'll be moving forward. Is there any final last bit of information that you're sensing would be significant to share?
We want to share two. First of all, we want to share that each of you need to be careful about stepping into what you would call spirituality in trying to live completely in a dimension outside of the 3D world. You chose the 3D world, and it's important that you live multidimensionally. It's important that you live in the 3D world and bring the spirituality into the physicality and bring the physicality into the spirituality. That's truly why you're here. So we want you to understand that you must live multidimensionally. Don't grasp for the stars, because if you're hanging on the stars, your feet aren't on the earth. And if your feet aren't on the earth, then you can't live why you're here to live. The other thing that we want to share with you that's very important is you do not have to do any of this alone. There are people out there like Vince and Mary and like other people who are living their gifts and talents that we've shared with you earlier, that are here to help you find yours, to help you step into your fullness, to step into your being. This isn't one of those things that I have to do it all by myself. This isn't a test that you're sitting at the desk, that you're keeping your answers and everyone's keeping their answers from everyone else. This is a group environment. This is a community environment. So find those people who can help you and support you into stepping into the fullness of who you are. Because those same people will need you in the fullness of who you are to find more about their gifts and talents, to understand more why they're here, what their mission is, what their divine intent is. So know that it's time to listen to your wake-up calls, to understand that you don't have to do it all alone, and to know that you are a multidimensional being, and in that multidimensionality is where you will best serve yourself and best serve others. In this now and every now, we love each and every one of you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Heartfelt thank you for myself and for all the listeners in the world for the service, Vince, through the council. So we're coming to the end of our interview, and in real life, I love that, how you just ground yourself in the third dimension. This is where we're doing the work, and you too have services that you're offering. So share with us how they contact you. Do you have a website? You do coaching, or just give us in maybe 3 minutes a nutshell of how you work with people.
Well, several different ways. But one of the biggest ways is our really entry-level program, where we do teach people how to tap into their source guidance, to tap into their guidance. And Mary and I love to give time to people who are really truly ready to step into who they are. So if everyone goes to imaginemiracles.com/Jan, there will be an opportunity to download what we call our unique purpose blueprint. It's the 5 steps to help you find yourself. But also there will be an opportunity there to sign up for a 20-minute session with Mary and I. We call it Your Life, Your Way Breakthrough Session.
Wonderful.
So it's just a way for everyone to, find out where you're stuck right now, find out what the roadblock is and what the next step would be.
Excellent. It's hard to end this interview because these kind of multidimensional conversations, it's so beautiful just to see your shining faces and to spend this time together here in service with you today. Vince and Mary Kramer, and I am Jan Jorgensen of the SOAR Initiative, the Voice of Truth Initiative, because when we do speak the truth like this with courage, it shoots out stars of light and inspiration for others who are just trembling with trepidation of what does this mean, all that this is happening. So they can connect with you. And you know where I'm at, the Facebook page of SOAR, Voice of Truth Initiative. Please join us. And blessings to you too. Have a great week. And I already know you will, because you are empowered with co-creation in the Creator in divine service. Many blessings and thank you.
Thank you.
Jan.
Thank you.